Smith's off the mark. Oh, and David Garr is out. Bock has struck again. England are 48 for the loss of 2 with Garr out for 26.
Oh, and that's a loud appeal, and he's given out LBW for 49. Well, Alan Lamb, it's been an interesting innings from him. He's fought very hard in his own cause, in the English cause, and Lance Cairns coming on with his first delivery with a new ball from the southern end of Eden Park. It whipped in a wee bit, and umpire Fred Goodall lifted the finger high, and Alan Lamb was given out. So the first English wicket gone today.
And with the shot, Randall gets off the mark. Single down to Chatfield at long leg. And so that's the 150 for 3. And there is not a murmur around the stadium. And that one edged just to the left hand of first slip. And Jeff Crow not able to catch up with it. It was a real bootlace job.
And the ball again cutting away very nicely indeed. Gets the outside edge. Now let's have a look at the ball, whether it reaches him. No, just falling short. Perhaps Crow should have come forward for that catch rather than waiting for it.
And that's gone right over the top. There's a loud appeal for caught behind. And Randall rubbing his hip.
Right, the ball really cutting back sharply, getting between pad and bat, and Hadley and the wicketkeeper Chris Smith, Ian Smith, quite confident. And we have got to see whether the ball really did hit the inside edge of the bat. But it was a magnificent delivery.
They began today at 54 for 2. The only man out, Lamb, for 49. It's currently 169 for 3. Full of length and driven hard by Chris Smith. It ricocheted a little, perhaps, off the hand of Ewan Chatfield, down to the boundary at mid-off for 4 runs. And England moved to 173 for 3, with Chris Smith moving to 70. This time Randall dancing down the wicket. They're going to come back for 2 runs. And a throw from Lance Cairns from the outfield, which smashes the stumps at the bowler's end, but Chris Smith was well home. It's some fine coconut shy throwing there from Cairns. Here's the shot. Dancing down the wicket, playing it to mid-wicket. Cairns around quickly, pick up, throw, and smash.
On the leg side, plays it nicely, very fine, and it's going to be runs. 4 more. Lance Cairns just going down the leg side. Smith very quick. Watch the turn of the bat. How nicely it was controlled.
He's going to cut him into the offside. He does. He gets it past John Wright at point. It's a close chase, but John Wright can't make it, and it's 4 runs to Derek Randall. And Smith driving on the offside. It's through the gap between point and cover. He'll take 2 as Bruce Edgar throws it back to Jeff Houth, who throws it into Ian Smith. And that's the England 200. They move to 201 for 3.
Not a great delivery to start off a bowling spell from Jeff Howard. Short and outside the off stump. And Smith has got 2 runs down to third man. Good throw from down on the fence. How will Randall treat these tossed-up deliveries from Howard? This is Howard's 4th over. Short and punched, and straight through Richard Hadley at cover, away out to the boundary for 4. Hadley, I think, was a bit done by an unfortunate bounce there. flighted, but Randall can't get it away. Bock was the fieldsman. At mid-wicket, as he returned it to the stumps, Derek Randall did the wicket-keeper's job.
Yes, well, let's look at this. It's quite amusing, really, and the throw coming back from Stephen Bock, and Derek Randall caught it, much to the surprise of Ian Smith and everybody in the ground.
219 for 3. Here's Howarth to Smith. It's a bit faster and a bit flatter, and Smith has found a gap nicely between mid-wicket and mid-on. Now the ball is going to have a very good contest with the outfield here, and it stops a matter of inches inside the rope. And hang on, it could be a run out. There was a bit of indecision because in the end they've gone through and run for anyway.
Randall facing Hadley. Outside the off stump, Hadley as usual on target. Let's have a look at that delivery again. Just outside, and Randall did have a go at that one and then decided rather late to pull his bat a bit.
So it's Hadley to Randall. Short outside the off stump, Randall clipping it into the offside, go through for a quick single. John Wright, the fielder. Randall moves to 31, and the England total to 204. So Chris Smith's on strike, he's on 90. Richard Hadley, the bowler, from the Dominion Road end of the ground. Angling into the off stump, and a thick inside edge from Smith, goes onto his pad, runs out to cover where Jeff Howarth fields. So the great New Zealand fast bowler, Richard Hadley, that's his test career. Extremely impressive in any company. And that wraps up Smith on the pads. There's a loud appeal. Umpire Goodall says no. Richard Hadley turns round and quite confident there that that was out. But that's the end of the over. 2-2-4 for 3.
Here is that last ball. Let's have a look. Smith coming forward, ball cutting into him. And from that angle, I would say that it would have missed the leg stump. But there was a very confident appeal.
Yes, so certainly the New Zealanders looked very confident about that, Billy Badalla. So Hadley to Randall. It's on the line of the stumps. Randall working it into the onside, but Martin Crowe mid-wicket as the fielder. No run. And Martin Crowe's popped out to mid-wicket there. He still has the helmet on. And that's because to Chris Smith they've got that short leg. But to Derek Randall, he's out at mid-wicket. So to save time, still keeps the helmet on as Hadley bowls to Randall. And that's a delivery that beats Randall outside the off stump. So a game of cat and mouse here between Randall and Howarth. It's given plenty of air, and Randall gets to it on the full, pulls it into the onside, and from deep mid-wicket, John Wright, the fielder, 1 run.
Yes, that was the delivery, really. But Randall, man of lot of experience, got the ball, hit it down, took a single.
And now the field coming in on the leg side for Smith. And Smith forward defensive, end of the over, 2-2-7 for 3. Bright sunshine at Eden Park. Certainly no problems with the light at the moment. And looks as though we'll go through till 6 o'clock as Hadley bowls to Randall. And that's edged to slip, but it didn't carry. And Randall didn't get over the top of that ball.
That's Randall again having problems against Hadley, edging it. The outswinger, but didn't really carry. Fell well in front of Jeff Crowe there.
And Hadley will be the bowler from the Dominion end of the Dominion Road end of the ground. A couple of slips in a gully. And panning out to the offside. Point, cover, mid-off. And clipping it into the onside through mid-wicket. And the pace of the ball is going to beat Martin Crowe. It's 4 runs to Derek Randall. He moves to 49.
Yes, that's a lovely shot there. Randall coming forward, full extension of the arms and turning the bat. And the ball went very, very quickly on the onside for 4. Let's have a look there. Nicely played. Loves that shot, Derek Randall.
Hadley bowling to Randall, and that's fuller of length and almost York's Randall. Smith calls him through for a single as it goes backward a square. And that's Randall's 50.
And that's the shot that got Randall his 50. A perfect Yorker from Headley. Digs it out. The ball goes on the leg side. Martin Crowe, the fieldsman. Randall gets his 50. It's been a good innings by Randall.
Now we hear left arm round, and certainly is. It's Hadley left arm round. Oh, and he got a little bit of turn as well. Smith perhaps very lucky not to get bowled around his legs.
And that's a sight you don't very often see. Richard Hadley bowling left arm spinners. That was the last ball of his previous over. Got it on the pitch.
So now it's Chatfield to Randall. Randall outside the off stump and pulling it right across to the onside. It's hit straight to John Wright though at mid-on. And Billy Badalla, good technique shown by Hadley.
I thought he did it pretty well, actually.
Certainly made it turn. So it's Chatfield to Randall. Oh, and that almost hits Randall's leg stump as he moves right across outside the off stump and exposes the wickets.
And Randall there again providing a lot of entertainment. Coming down the pitch to a medium pacer, missing it, and then having to go back quickly. Let's have a look again. Man, full of action, full of entertainment. Has played a very good hand of 50 here.
Lance Cairns will be bowling to him from the southern end. Leg spinner. And that's just too good. That's beaten everything. Beaten the outside edge of the bat and the stumps.
Yes, well, this certainly looked like it got some turn, and it did, and it opened Chris Smith up, and how it missed the edge, how it missed the wickets, I'm not quite sure, but it certainly did. But a good ball by Lance Cairns. Completely deceived him.
Uncle Fred looking up there at the plane. I wonder whether he's done the right thing. So it's Cairns. Oh, and that's caught behind. Smith is out. Cairns got this one to leave the right-handed Smith again. And so the fourth England wicket goes down to 234. Smith for 91, having been on 91 for something like 35 minutes and having faced 395 deliveries.
Well, certainly a marathon effort by Chris Smith. Let's have another look at it. Just moving away a shade. He pushed at it, it caught the outside edge, went through to Ian Smith, who made no mistake, and Chris Smith was on his way. But certainly a great effort for England, great effort by Chris Smith, his highest score in Test cricket. A very appropriate moment for him to dig in, and a long, patient innings by him is over.
There we have Bob Taylor, but it's Chatfield now to bowl to Randall. And it's good to see Randall entertaining us a little bit. Quite a funny man. And he's charging and giving himself room one way and the other and striking the ball from outside off stump when it's full onto the onside. A born clown. And he's only been there for 156 balls for his 50. And that's a good shot, effortless too, and that could be 4 runs. Yes, Edgar gives it up, and that's a fine shot. Just a little bit of width, and he timed it perfectly.
Certainly. Watch how effortless this is, just standing up, really leaning into it, guiding it away forward a point, and it raced away for 4.
Oh, what a pinger. How about that then? Pitched off, left him, and beat Randall all ends up.
Yes, what a good ball. Watch the line of it, and it left Randall. He pushed forward at it. Oh, didn't know where it was. Through to Smith. Great delivery, Ewan Chatfield.
And almost going back onto his stumps, played it down, hit the toe of the bat and dribbled back towards his stumps.
Yes, let's have another look at this shot. Yes, that just rolled around the stump area, but fortunately for Bob Taylor, not directly at the stumps. I do wonder, Glenn Turner, whether the players are going to leave the field shortly, because it is very gloomy, as you say.
Yes, it certainly is. And this time, Randall realising the abilities that Chatfield has to move the ball away from the right-hander these days, not just back into him, and very wisely lets this one go by.
Well, the players went off the field 4 minutes early because of bad light, and so brought to an end a day which hardly produced much in the way of scintillating cricket, but it was a vital day as far as England's cause is concerned in this Test match. In all, just 184 runs scored for the loss of 2 wickets, Lamb for 49 and Chris Smith for 91. So both of those players battling well, but then missing out on milestones that were well within their reach. Lamb's half-century, and certainly Chris Smith's first Test century was missed by 9 runs. In all today, 107 overs were bowled at the England batsmen. 48 of them were maidens. So England did their job today. They had to go out and bat. They had to stay there. They had to survive, and they had to get through without losing too many wickets. And in that task, they've been very well, they should be very well pleased with their job for today. So let's go to the card at stumps. 238 for 4. The follow-on target has still not been achieved. That's 297. And the batsman out today, Chris Smith, Court Smith, bowled Cairns for 91. And then Alan Lamb, LBW to Cairns for 49. At the end, Derek Randall there on 54 not out. He's been there just under 3 hours, and with him the night watchman Bob Taylor not out yet to score. So, as I mentioned before, not what you'd call a scintillating day's cricket. Let's now go to the New Zealand bowling figures. Lance Cairns, the most successful of the New Zealand bowlers, 2 for 24 off 25 over. And wicketkeeper Bob Taylor, who had yet to score.